Did you buy our t-shirt or was that the winner's t-shirt? The finisher's t-shirt?
The winner's t-shirt, yeah, because I won. I beat Darky, so I won.
Is it the finisher's one, yeah?
Yeah. I never buy one. I think Boston jacket's the only thing I've ever bought.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Runs podcast, the one after the marathons. What's happening, Nick?
All right, mate, how are you? Quads are a bit sore, a bit stiff today, worse than yesterday. But moving a bit better this afternoon than I was this morning, that's for sure. How are you?
I don't know. I don't feel like I've run a marathon. I'm knackered, physically tired, but my body's not aching much. But
No?
maybe I done a lot of my recovery in the last 12 miles. Walk, run, walk, run.
That's a good plan. Start your recovery halfway.
I don't know, but got my medal.
Yes, you have. Well done, you. Welcome to the 1% club. That's a nice medal too.
Yeah. When we had them, we thought we didn't realize there was a back to it as well, and I thought the medals were and they just fucked everyone off because that's for the ITAB, isn't it?
ITAB, yeah. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, marathons.
Brendan.
What a mad thing. Oh, look, that's nice, sir.
Nice. It's got obviously then the landmarks on the other side, which you've done the last few years.
That's much nicer. Don't swap.
No. London 5.
London 5.
London 5.
Marathons are mad, isn't it? Fuck Jesus, I underestimated that.
No shit. I've been telling you after about 6 months.
You said it's just it's 4 10Ks, 2 half marathons. Let me tell you something now.
I was just trying to...
A marathon.
I was trying to not make you shit scared.
A marathon's not 2 half marathons. The second half is 100 miles long. Oh my Christ, bet.
What about the last 10K? The last 10K is where it starts.
Obviously, it was over by him.
Last 10K.
Let's start from the start, is it? We'll go back and forth. So I was the build-up. Obviously, you went to the expo. Manchester, you wouldn't know there was a marathon going on.
Until you turned up one morning.
No, yeah. There was no, there was no buzz of a marathon or anything. They had that takeover thing, the Adidas takeover thing in Impossible. You know the square in the middle of Manchester where they've got those steps you can sit on and stuff? Have you been there?
No.
It was just a pop-up shop, but it was shit. Yeah. But what was the expo like?
Yeah, obviously I had the Puma thing on Friday night first. That was really good. Obviously Ned was there, Ned Rockman, got to meet him. He'd done a great chat before about his running journey and top bloke. Real funny.
Yeah.
So that was Friday. And then went to Expo early Saturday morning, and it was really good, I gotta be honest. I was there by 9. I was straight in a queue for my number, my t-shirt. I had a good wander around, grabbed loads of freebies. I even see those compression legs, boot things.
I seen you on them, boy. What are they like?
Oh, they're pretty good actually. No queue for them. I was for them by the time I was there about an hour and a half, because I was just biding my time to go back to. I had to go to Puma again on the Saturday to pick up more kit. So I was just biding my time. By the time I left, about 10 after 10, it had got busy, but I think I just timed it perfectly this year. So yeah, it was good. It was a better experience, not being so rammed and being able to get around. So it was dark. He went late in the afternoon and he said it was carnage.
Darky wasn't happy. Go to a shoe shop if you want to try your shoes on.
Yeah.
What was the old Puma experience like?
Oh, fair play, really good. Really good. Like to say, the Friday night there was a shakeout run, and then they had beers and drinks on. Obviously, I weren't drinking. A lot of people were. I don't know if they were running the marathon. Obviously, some from the team, but there was other people there as well, not just the Puma lot, because I think we had an open invite. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The Friday night, like I say, with the running channel, with you watch their stuff. It's Andy, Badley, and the other two.
Yeah.
They were really good hosts, and Ned was a great laugh. So they done the shakeout run. I didn't want to run. But then the Saturday, we had a bag pick up off them. Showed it now. Had some great gear, cracking bag, awesome tracksuit, t-shirt, long sleeve top, arm sleeves. If you wanted racing with London on. real nice CLA Puma hat, with like
Yeah.
collabed on it. Yeah, it was really good. Like looked after us well. On Saturday they had coffees and things on, and then post race I didn't go back there till late. So I was enjoying it on Whitehall so much. The sun was out, it was bouncing all running. Get to that, but yeah, no. Overall, brilliant. Brilliant experience.
Banging. We what did we do? We went so Leachy wanted to go down to the finish line to have a look. I guess always got him on some visualization shit or whatever, like, she wanted to have a look at the finish line. And but that was quite cool. I liked that, and it had the university in the backdrop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously you picture yourself in fucking cruising down there. But that wasn't the reality in the end. But then we were lucky the finish line was like 20-minute walk from our digs as well then. So me and Arlen went back and we done our live end, and we Arlen had some no raw jacket potatoes, dry jacket potatoes.
I don't even have raw, that's fucking hardcore. Chewing on raw spread.
What did I have? What did I have? A pizza. I had a pizza and a garlic bread, custard donut, and then we watched the new Tom Hardy film, which is Junk, and then went to bed. Like,
yeah, it's obviously Saturday, and after my Puma thing, I went and watched think I'll Be Great, didn't I? In
yes,
park and running the mile. He ran the mini marathon mile, smashed it with a 2:12:55. So we got
is that the time he was after?
I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was class. Like, fair play to him. He was only 3. Run a mile, like. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I was coming into all Scards where they had all the kids in like their age groups, and Joe Wicks was doing warm up with them, and that was quite a cool experience. Like, great for him to get to something like that.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
To run the last mile of the marathon, like, and finish up the mile. That was pretty cool.
Oh, was it?
What?
It was the finish line, like.
Yeah, they finished on the same finish line as us. The day after, they started in Horse Guards, did the last mile basically. That was cool, really good. Yeah, it was good seeing him do that. He went to a little intro, that was class. To an hour with him, he didn't say a lot, but he was excited. So yeah, he had a cracking medal, and Scott Niki had a great experience with the thing with it. Me and Harvey shot off, and literally we'd gone on a food dog day, so we went back and had food and chilled. So yeah, I didn't do much, but you always do with these big events. You think you're going to do nothing, but you don't.
Yeah. But we need to get Albie on, because that video done mad numbers compared to all our other reels.
Well, yeah, kids and dogs, what everyone loves.
Kids and dogs and Nikes. Well done, Alb. Stick to Nikes. Don't let Daddy take you down that bloody dirty on path. And then Sunday was the big day, obviously, wasn't it? I wasn't nervous. I didn't get nervous at all, like, ever, I don't think. Me and Arlen walked down. It was about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Really well organised, to be fair, right? What do I know, innit? But fucking...
Seemed it.
Seamless, like, straightforward. Bagging was easy. Went into pens and went to go into your pens. Had a 20-minute queue for a piss, which is standard, really. Probably quite quick, innit?
Yeah, that's great. The London queues were crazy.
Slapped an emergency bit of Vars on your inner thighs then, and called the navies, and then I went in, loaded up. Was
it hot while he was waiting around there? And how long did you have to hang around? Because like I think I got there about 7:45. My start at 5, and I waited for Scott then because he was in blue and I was in yellow, but he was coming off the same stop. So I waited for him, had a chat with him for 5. Seen a few other people that come up to me, said they listened to the pod now, so appreciated that. People have come up to me before, but
that's mad.
Cool. Scott went in his. I walked over to mine end and seen the CDF crew. They looked after me then. I was under their wing all day in Yellow Pen with a few of their boys and girls. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But it was hot already. Time we got in our pen, I'd say 8 o'clock. Quickly went straight to the toilet. That took about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
We just sat in the grass and we was like, this is hot already. Like, just sat there in your vest and shorts. We didn't need no other top on. So yeah, it was hot before we even got going. Like,
I think it was optimal. Like, I wasn't hot, I wasn't cold.
No?
I would call it maybe perfect temperature.
Yeah. No, it was already warm, like, say, 8:30, 9. It was, it was getting up there. Like, say, race started then, and we was like, I think there was showers every about 3-4 miles, and he was going under everyone, like, didn't miss one.
They had loads of them as well.
Yeah.
But as soon as I started, the clouds just parted, the trees shrunk, full fucking shabonkle. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I went off too fast. If I'd done the work and the distances in the build-up, because it wasn't an uncomfortable pace.
Yeah.
It was like 10, close to 11-minute miles, really. But let me fucking tell you, I found 12 minutes. Oh my God. I found 12 minutes, I found 14 minutes, I found 15 minutes, I found 17 minutes. But for the first 9 miles, I was cruising.
Yeah.
Enjoying. The only problem
happened?
I had, my head went, right? Because at one point, you come down, and then the other side, obviously it's probably the same in London, and your road comes this way, and then the loop back comes up around this way, so you're running past people.
Yeah.
And I obviously hadn't done my due diligence around the course, so I thought, oh, great, now I'll get it. That looks like, obviously, that's a nice little bend coming up here now, and I'll be back down there. That was mile fucking 16.
On the other
and
side.
I was on mile 9.
Yeah. Got a bit of a loop to do yet, like.
Oh, it was so long, like, and a drag all the way. But I felt good going up there as well. I used Lily Partridge saved my race, like, because every water station I just grabbed a bottle for me to sip and then another bottle to just pour on my hand and dampen I seen it the night before, dampen my kit down. That was dry within 500 meters, I know.
Yeah. Left, like, we was getting one bottle because early on it was carnage, like it was still so packed, so we was getting one bottle each. You'd have a little sip, rest over the neck, legs, same, like same. You had to, like, you was gasping for another drink straight away, but then you had to wait.
I was going to say, by mile 2 then,
chaos.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. I guess I was in a smaller pack, I imagine, but by the second, they did every 3 miles, and by the end of the second mile, I'm parched and I'm like, I need another drink now. I've got to have another drink. You froze a minute.
You were saying, said about the water when it got to that point with the water, because it was so hot, it was like dry within 500 meters and thirsty already again.
Yeah, like by the second mile of that, like 3 mile stretch, and I was hot, like, and I get hotter because I'm a bigger guy as well, like.
Yeah.
But, and I tell you what's a fucking lie. 400 meters to the next water station is not 400 meters either. Like, that was so far to get to that, like, but
yeah,
all the water stations are banging, bottles, not cups. Like I said, everyone was out with the hose pipes. And everything was going, like, fair play to Racked, right? That I did not know I had a vest on for 6 hours.
Yeah, you've said to me, you know, it was class.
Everyone made fun of my shorts because they were so short on Instagram, but
and the way they were flappy about, they looked like a score.
But they would keep riding up as well, and however many people seen my nutsack, netted nutsack coming around the bend, I do not know. I apologise for that. But everything was spot on. Kit, like,
yeah.
It could have been a lot worse if I started to have chub rub and started to have blisters, like, so that was bang on. But it's just so far, like, it's just so hard. We'll get on to my second half of the run. But I need to know, and everyone needs to know, where the fuck you pulled the 255 from after the block you've had, like.
I had no idea, mate. No idea. Like I said, when we done the last week's one, I was been really nervous about it. I wasn't, like, nervous about the race. I was just nervous so that, and it flared up again. I wouldn't be able to. I honestly, in my head, thought, I'll run with Darky. We'll probably get past halfway.
Yeah.
15, 16, I'm going to have to tell him, right, on you go. I'm going to be like 7:38 minute miling, and it's what I had in my head. I hadn't done any mileage. I have no idea. Like, say, I've averaged about 30-mile weeks for 8 weeks. I done one long run sand on, which was a disaster because the second half felt like I was fucking running in treacle. And I done a 70-mile with Scott 2 weeks ago. That felt decent, I won't lie. I felt all right in that, even though he dropped me.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah, so I don't know, mate. Just whether it was the adrenaline on the day.
You feel, was there like a little bit more pressure with that Puma Carrot as well?
No, I felt the pressure off because I knew that's what was gutting for me after. Like, I'd run a 255. If I'd been able to put a good block together, like, and it clicked on the day like that, I think I could have run a 245 for that $3,000. Because,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know now because, like I say, you know, I don't know. I took a lot of cocoa before enduring. I'm not advocating that, but it worked because Tasker said it works for him because he's got the same issue as me. He's got it worse than me. But yeah, and it just seemed to work. I had no issues. Loads of deep heat on my legs, strapped up, and I don't know. I had no issue at all. Nothing. Not once. Like in chest, it hurt for the first 5K, and I was worried I'd have to stop. This didn't feel nothing. Like, don't get me wrong, today and yesterday making, but that's just from running a fucking marathon. So I don't know. I wasn't winging it like Scott said. I was fucking pulling everyone's leg. I've generally been injured. I've generally done fuck all. I don't know how I done it, but
No,
I fucking loved it. What a day!
like I texted you yesterday night, same as you protecting me against how bad the marathon is. For weeks, I've been like, I think he's going to blow up, like, but you can't say it out loud, can you? Like,
No, of course you can't. I bet lots of people thought it. I thought it, mate. I honestly thought there's no way I'm going to be able to run that pace past 15, 16. I was like, there's just nothing in my legs. There's no volume. There's nothing to say that I could carry it on.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I done it.
Because I went to change. I listened to all the Kanye West discography through until my headphones died. So I went to change an album, grabbed my phone out, and there was a notification of Bishy in that group we've got that said, "What a run, Nick!" And I was like, "Oh fuck, I got my phone away now because I need to run my marathon."
I still got to keep going. Yeah, go scrolling through everyone's results. But no, mate, big thanks to Darky. Like, we had a blast. Like for those 19, 20 miles that he managed to hang on, and we both hung on, and like that was just a great laugh.
You on the front end there. Are you chatting as well then, or?
Yeah, we was. Yeah, like every 5K, we were like talking to each other every mile, basically. He was running Ks, I was miles, and like, yeah, we're on it. He's like, oh, that one's a bit hot. Like, right, this go left, because I know the course now, so I was like, right, we want to be left coming up here now. Yeah. We'd like, it was hard work, it was too busy again, but I'm not going to moan too much. It was a great day, but it is too busy, London. You're overselling it. There was some points the road narrows down to one lane, and it's just, you can come to a standstill as a joke. And I've seen that from like people that run 2:45 back to people that run 4 or 5 hours. Still, I've seen people saying it was the same. It was too busy, but I don't want to moan too much because I enjoyed the day. But yeah, we was just like, yeah, the odd chat, keep going. This is coming up. Cutty Sark, I said, suck it up, you enjoy it. I was just giving my little bit. He's talking back and forth about other stuff, and we seen Lizzie right by Tower Bridge, and the three of us sort of run together over Tower Bridge. That was classy, having a good day as well. So yeah, don't get me wrong. When you get into that's just before we went to Cutty Sark, past halfway, Tower Bridge, mile 15, Harvey was up on a bridge and I seen him because I'd missed him a mile 10. Fuck knows how, quite smart. He took a great photo and I shouted up to him. He's like, come on, you both fly in. How you feel? I was like, great, you have a fucking kick on. I was like, whoa, no, it's 15 miles, chill. But yeah, so you go into a dark tunnel and Dark is real funny. He wears glasses and you go in this tunnel and it's black. Like, fuck, I can't see anything. So like we had a good bit of a laugh. It was good crack. Like, but yeah. So don't get me wrong. A couple of miles later, it's hurting for us both, and he was like, "Right, let's reevaluate." And I was like, "No, come on, you're on there." And like, doesn't say he had a bad mile because he's right there with me until like, he just weren't. He just all of a sudden shouted, "Nick!" And I looked down. He was hands on knees, stopped. I was like, "Whoa, come on, you!" He was like, just before 20 miles, 19 and a half. I can't remember. I was like, "Come on, 10K." And he's like, "Go." I know you don't usually leave a man, but I was feeling so good. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to keep going. I got 2:55 in me now. So, yeah, cracked on.
That's unreal. Fair play.
Smiles and waves at everyone. It was great seeing all the Puma 3 people out there because you could notice us so well. Like, I've even said he could spot us miles off. Like,
it was unreal.
Like, passing them, seeing them. Well, you are?
In our weather as well, and it just pops a bit more as well.
Yeah. So, like, seeing all them other runners on the course, encouraging them, having a chat with one or two of them. Yeah, that was, you're talking, but you're not having like flat out conversations, and especially towards the latter end, But yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, brilliant day. Like the crowds were insane. It's just the best London I've ran. Obviously, weather helped. I ran well off nothing helped. I ran with a good mate for 19, 20 miles helped. Everything sort of
clicked.
Like, yeah, went well. RV said it was class, seeing all the pros and supporting them and seeing all us. It was, everything was just brilliant weekend. Scott, seeing him, his family all weekend. Yeah, it was just great.
Yeah.
Apart from it was too crowded.
I could have had a conversation with everyone in my the back end of a marathon, but you'd be disgusted. You'd be appalled. You'd be dragging people off the course. Like, they're on their phone. They're having picnics. They're not having picnics, but it's just like The Walking Dead. Like, it's like,
what are you
like
doing?
when we were walking back to the car last year after Ironman and everyone was trudging along.
Yeah.
You can't see them that much in the dark.
No.
But it was, I don't know, I underestimated the marathon massively, and I apologise to the marathon for that. But that last 13, walk, run, walk, run, walk, run.
Yeah, but you kept going, you kept moving, you didn't throw a towel in. Fucking kudos for that, innit? Like you say, it's fucking harder for you lot just doing 5-6 hours than me doing 3. You're out there twice as long heat. It's one of them things, isn't it? They say it's harder.
You see, my sunburn, I had factor 50 on me.
The picture you sent out was crazy. I had nothing on, and my face was a bit red, but I'm fine. I didn't put anything on.
You can't see it on you. I got my nail varnish. This nail varnish was a master stroke. I've told you the story, but everyone else, obviously. So Carter and Amy couldn't make it up. So I got Carter and Amy to paint my fingernails. And I said to Carter, paint my fingernail now. And then every time I look at this, what do I need to remember to help me finish? And he said, don't be a bitch. So
brilliant that was.
For the last 30 miles, I was looking at my fingernail like, don't be a bitch, don't be a bitch. And mile 22, I just had GAR on my bib, right? And the crowd was sensational in Manchester. Everyone was like rolling the R on the end of it, like, go on, Gar, go on, Gar. Really, really good. But then mile 21, 2021, one of them, I can't remember the marker. But somebody went, I was on my own pretty much, and some woman went, go on, Gar. And I looked and she had a sign that said, run, bitch. And I was like, what's the chances of all that tying in together?
Yeah.
And that gave me a little bit of a boost. But then immediately after that, I ran past my digs and I was like, oh my God.
You don't need that, like.
I can just flip off here. But I don't know. It's like, that's the hardest thing I've ever done. I would do a sprint triathlon every day of the week. I'd do it 7 days in a row, then do a marathon like that again. But I do want to go back and do another one now. I said immediately after, I was like, fucking no chance, can't do that, absolutely not. But like I said, I don't know. And it's an hard one, and we've spoke about this loads of times, because you can be proud and you can be disappointed at the same time, and I don't feel like 6:11 is my marathon ceiling.
No,
definitely. So I want to go back and beat that. But I think with all the training, everything as well, the heat would have killed me anyway. You're one of the handful of people that it didn't fucking snatch your soul off.
Yeah, a lot of people, like in London, I don't know what it was like in Manchester times-wise, but like if you look at the front end boys, all your Brits were a lot slower than they were open. Fucking a lot of the running influencers, YouTubers, good runners, like your Nick Bester, Ben Felton, who else, Hugo Fry, a lot of them were way off what they thought they were going to run. Now, whether it was just the heat, but it had a factor, definitely. Like Scott sent me something earlier, like making excuses, you are Scott, really. But the heat was like a 3% factor, so you would have run a 2:56 if we were not, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, shut up, Scott.
You ran where you ran. You can't control the weather.
You can't.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I think I just got on top of everything early. I was drinking water every station. I was under every shower, took every opportunity for that. Water was over me. I cooled myself best I could and hydrated best I could. There was points where I was like, especially towards the end, I find it every year with London, there's a big gap towards the end. I think it's like, there's water at 21 and then there's nothing till like 25. I always find that stretch where it's like, I'm absolutely dying for water now. There's a Lucozade, but I don't like it.
We didn't have any Lucozade. I was looking forward to that.
There was a few Lucozades because that's one of the main sponsors, but I don't like taking it on that. I only like proper Lucozade, the original stuff when he was ill. But so I always find that every year, and this year I was gasping for that. But yeah, that would be the only time I thought I'd die in. Like, don't get me wrong, it was thirsty between every 3 miles, but you could cope. So I think I just stayed on top of that. My nutrition was spot on. Managed to get all 5 gels down, like easily.
That's
it was just
hard,
like,
isn't it?
But yeah, but I've got so used to this motor now. It's fucking game changer for me. I've been using it a couple of years and it's brilliant. Like, I know it's expensive, but it's well worth it. I find this works for me. So yeah, I managed to get 3 of the big 60 grams down and 2 of the caffeine 40 grams down. So 5 gels over 3 hours. I think I'm averaging like 80, 90 grams an hour, which is pretty much there where you need to be, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. But what about after the finish line? Do you want to know about Manchester first, and then we'll get on?
Let's go on then. Because Go on.
It was quite underwhelming. And
You said,
granted, I'm coming in
But
26
I know you're
hours.
saying you're coming in late, but it should be the same experience for
Oh,
everyone.
that's what I say, yeah, absolutely.
You know, like you said, stuff was getting packed away, and like it should be the same for every finisher. Now, London got in shit. We spoke about this. They got in shit a few years ago, didn't they, for closing down when people were still on a course and sweeping people up. It's like it should be the same. They've got a thing whether you're in that time. This finish line should be the same. Don't get me wrong; those people are out there for a long time. A lot of them volunteers, but that's what you sign up for, innit?
Yeah, don't volunteer.
Exactly, don't volunteer. If you can't give up the fucking 6 in the morning till 12 at night, same as an Ironman volunteer, or whatever the time is up there with London or whatever, then yeah, it should be the same for everyone, shouldn't it? That's my gripe with that. So it shouldn't matter what time you finish.
Goodie bags don't exist anymore. Do you remember?
No, we didn't. We didn't have one. We got given like a protein shake, and I can't really remember. I was talking to so many people that finished. It was brilliant. But go on, back to you. I'll get to me now.
Yeah, so I got handed an i5 energy bar.
Thrown in your face, your words were got thrown in my face.
Yeah, well, it has that, but because it's so I didn't think it would get emotional, but like I finished and grabbed my phone, and then Amy's texting me, and then she's like, "Oh, Carter's been buzzing watching it," and then it's like, "Oh my god, it's quite emotional." And I felt like crying, come up to you, and then I was like, and then it went away, thank God. But yeah, just I'll have an i5 bar, and then go up there if you want to get your bag, and then you go over to get your bag, and that's like fucking the OK Corral. Where do I go now? Oh, down there if you want a t-shirt. And grab my t-shirt. They were so bad, like they were up there with the Cardiff half ones, like.
What make are they? Isn't it Adidas?
No, you buy the Adidas, the new,
it's not a
I don't know. I chucked it straight in the wash with everything last night, but it's very, very crap. And then they were like, "God, you can grab a new thing up there if you want." And then British Art Foundation, someone was getting off the massage bed, and I went, "Oh, can I get a rub down?" And she's like, "Oh, we're wrapping up now." Well, go fuck yourself, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it shouldn't matter what time you finish. They should be there for everyone.
Natural, and then someone offered me coconut water for natural electrolytes.
I like coconut water. I would have had that.
But Leachy had finished, gone for a shower, gone to the spa. I bumped into Shandy then on the finish line. Shandy ran hell of a race, 4-something, fair play to him. He overtook me and he started 40 minutes after me.
Brilliant.
And Leachy had like a bag full of full-fat cokes and everything for us. Fair play.
Fair play to him. Class, what a man.
Top boy. I felt bad then when I didn't want to go out for a pint after it with him, but you got to do what you can do with him.
Yeah, you've got to do your thing, and if you're feeling drained, whatever it is, you've got to go and do your thing after.
And then so we hung around for an hour. We hung around. You had a pint, and we sat on the floor and stuff like that. And waited for Arlen to finish, and then hung around having a chat for 5, and then we just went and had a massive burger then on Deliveroo in our fucking Airbnb.
Nice.
Yeah, and watched Rush Hour.
What a man.
I don't know, 6-11. But I was thinking about this. Every Sub3 podcaster needs to have a 6-11 co-host, otherwise you're just a pair of plebs talking about how fast you are now.
Exactly, and that's not what we want to be.
Exactly. So, but all in all, right, at the time, I'll appreciate the next one more, I imagine, right, because I know what it is. And you don't appreciate it out there that much because you just want to get to that finish line by hook or by crook. But the crowd were out of this world. I thought, oh my God, there's so many streets where I can just fall. I'm just watching dots going up an hill, like, going. Then it's a marathon. You have to have streets. You can't just run around in a circle for 26 miles.
No, exactly. But it's got to go out to somewhere. It's got to come back to somewhere.
But
you're not going to have a perfect course. Probably doesn't exist. Only the one Kipchoge when he broke 2. Probably that was a big long straight roundabout back. Big long straight roundabout back.
But like, easily the hardest thing I've ever done, and I done a triathlon and I couldn't swim.
Yeah, I did tell you.
But I did it for you boys that run it, and girls, boys and girls that run it so fast. Lizzie ran a hell of a race off the back of the most awful year of her life. Marchant was disappointed with hers, but she was flying. Tammy running an excellent race as well. Jake Smith, Darky.
A couple of other CBF boys ran really well, and girls.
Tom Hill, one of the boys that listens.
Yeah, Tom ran good race. Because I've seen a few people.
Fucking medal.
Yeah, I've seen a few people at the finish. I seen Em actually. She was gutted. She was still hanging around. She was mad. She was having loads of people swamp her. It was crazy. Yeah. But like, I think she was talking to two girls. She sort of turned around to see me. I was like, "Oh, I am. You're right. That's how you go." She got gutted. I thought some other woman come. Some other woman come from behind us. Just interrupted us, like just barging. "Oh, it's you, the Brighton." I was just like, "All right, Emma, leave you to it." She must have been swamped, like, because she finished 15 minutes before me, and she was still just past the finish line. Talking, but yeah, I caught up with a few of the Puma people there, like loads of them smashed it. Like I think it was 23 or 29 beat the 3 minutes, so I had the $3,000, and it was
one girl 9, didn't she?
9, yeah, she ran a 2:30. Lauren Jones, Lucy Jones.
Didn't
see her, obviously.
She's been down all day. Lucy Jones.
Yeah, smashed it.
€9,000.
Wasn't she like six? Wasn't she like 6th female overall? Obviously, first non-elite, but she weren't far off Philly Bowden's time.
That's good, isn't it?
Fucking class, unbelievable run.
22 minutes and 31 seconds off her previous PB.
Yeah, huge.
2:30.23.
She took $9,000, and she'll probably win the additional prize on top now, I would have thought, because I can't see anyone having a bigger PB than that.
And probably get a deal.
Yeah, running 2:30 female, yeah, that's like say, Philly Bowden run 2:30, and Ollie Archer had a tough day, run 2:39. But yeah, like, who else did we see? Did I say I've written down? Oh, John Terry and Bonucci, they're slow pair of fucking old centre arse. 5 hours, a pair of them.
You've said, well, late 4s as well. Jody Morris was there, but he wasn't good enough for football for me to have cared about what he ran. No. But it's mad, isn't it? Because you'd expect them to do so much. Yeah. So I took a lot of solace in those times as well yesterday. But let me tell you something now. Nobody looked better than me out on that fucking course on Sunday.
Some cracking pictures.
Well, I know my pictures are banging. I paid 34 quid for them yesterday, but I thought we'd use them as marketing material throughout the year anyway, won't we? But they were banging. But I've got some good shots of you as well, and Puma posted a good photo of you as well.
That's that was class. I ended up making it.
Puma posted photos of Niki play.
Puma posted me, like, yeah, that was class. Yeah, I've got some good ones. Wait for him to come home now from working away, get some off him and chuck up. He loved it, like he said, seeing like Kipchoge, Sawe at the front, and he said, like, Ned ran a 2:30.06. I should have forgotten. He was gutted. He missed out his sub 2:30 by 6 seconds. But Harvey said, like, he was supporting him, and like he come and thanked him after, and because he seen him after, and it was like, he just loved it. Like, he loved the experience, chasing around the place, seeing all them pros flying past, and seeing us.
Dewi still eludes him.
Yeah.
He's never going to meet Dewi. Like.
I know, yeah. He did, didn't he? Down in thing. Welsh relays thing that we're on about. Dav Jones.
Oh, yeah, Dav. Harvey sent me some photos yesterday, and I said, nice one.
What did he? He did send
you have a good day. And he's left me on blue tick since, so...
I used to blue tick, but does the same to me and his mother, but he'd leave us for days, like. And it's important stuff, like.
Thought we were friends.
Yeah, no, he absolutely loved it. No, I had a great week. There's some cracking pictures of me and Darky, but I'm not buying them. I'll leave that to you, Dark, if you want to. But no, I know he, like, Darky summed it up after, like, you know, goes with nothing. It's what he got on the day. Things that went out of his control. He rolled the dice. He had to go to a big PB. Didn't pay off on an off day. It's there, though, for him, I think. I think it's there. Like, he's running so well up to 1920. I didn't even think he was going to drop off. I know he said a couple of miles. He was feeling it a bit, but I thought he was still going to hang in there. But one of them times that it can bite you at any point. I've had it in races where it's been 60 miles and 22 miles.
Ollie Archer ran a phenomenal debut as well, and she summed it up perfectly earlier in her post, but she said, so if you rolled the dice and didn't get 6s, you were in the game.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly what happened. That's what Mick, Mick was disappointed with his 2:29. I messaged him and said, you had to go, didn't you? You had a swing and you missed. Like, you had to go. You can be disappointed, but it is what it is. It doesn't always click, does it? Especially a marathon. It's a bastard. Yeah.
Right, let's quickly touch on those Puma R3s. Tell us all about them, and then we'll get on to some of the questions we've got from Instagram.
Like, I've only had I'd done 2 runs in them. I'd done a 10 miler and a 8x1k session. And in that 8x1k session, I was like, oh, these are fast. Like, I wasn't fit, was I? But I was still managing to pull like 320, 330 Ks for most of them. Way quicker than I wanted to run. And I thought, these are quick. But I did feel they were a bit aggressive. And I was worried about them for a marathon because I hadn't had a chance to long run them. I couldn't wear them a sand on because we weren't allowed. I wanted to, but we weren't allowed. But then messaged Lily about it because she'd been training. She was like, no, they're fine. They'll be fine. And they were unbelievably good. So good. I'd say only the last 4 miles, my pace dropped slightly. Not much. You look at my actual London official splits, it was like fuck all in it, like seconds over 5Ks. Yeah. My Strava says different, but that's probably the GPS going off. But I did feel a bit of a hot spot towards the forefoot. But I think that was maybe because my form had gone. I hadn't wore them long enough run. But they're a serious shoe. Like, they're going to, like, I know they sold out straight away because they only put a limited release on. They're weird the way they do things. But 260, yeah, it's more than your Vaporfly, less than your Alpha Fly. But there's some shoe, like, they are some shoe. I'm looking forward to trying to get like a 10K and a half done in them. That's going to be, and that's where I think I could benefit from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good shoe. And obviously the things in the numbers, and I posted Rory's little clip he done real one. Did you see that with Puma earlier? That's pretty cool. Like they said about the numbers over Boston, London, like what numbers people shaved off, how much, you know. So yeah, they're a very good shoe. And I know a lot of people bought them straight away. Van Stone from Ponty bought them straight away. He'd been chatting to me previous about them because he loves a new shoe. But yeah, really good shoe. Did the job on the day, obviously. Like, I'm not saying they helped me made me run 2:55, but they obviously helped. They must have, like any shoe would have maybe. And my Alphas, I love my Alpha ones. But
there's no alternate universe, is there? So we can't see what would have happened if you're running an Alphas, and that's just the fucking way it is.
Exactly. But yeah, no, really good shoe, and Puma are onto something there. Like, they're closing the market. They're right in the game now with Asics, Adidas, Nike. Yeah.
Interesting times. We might have a shoe to sit alongside the King and the Disc from Puma.
Yeah, and the King. Yeah.
Happy days. Right, we've got loads of questions to get through, so let's take a quick break, and then we'll get through as many questions we can, is it?
Yeah, I need to grab my water. I left it upside.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Before we get into questions, I just wanted to give a shout out, obviously, to everyone that I done Manchester with. I don't know your times, I can't remember the times, but Leachy went through the fucking trenches, he was spewing his head off. Like I said, Shandy ran a hell of a run. And well done to my brother, who's fucking dived into the marathon 2 years into running. And 6:20, I think he got around in. But he done it his way. He was eating fucking twisters the full lot on the way around.
I know, I've seen his post. It was class. Yeah, well done. I know you said one and done, but I don't believe you.
No, I don't know, but he's young, isn't he? He'll be back. And Lewis Bradley as well, who was up there running in full Adidas kit, 5-week block he had with Pro Direct running, and dropped the 303 as well. So well done, Lewis, boy.
Class.
I don't know who else was up there. Everything escapes me. My plan today was to go through Instagram and Strava and write everyone's, but my phone, the 3G, hasn't worked on it all day. So I do apologise if I've missed anyone.
Yeah, same. I got to give a big shout out to supporters at London as well. Obviously, fellow local clubs like CDF, there's Croops who we've seen on a Go Puss Call, and like all their supporters on the course were great to me as well. They obviously spotted me and cheering. Like, seen Tom from Puss Call twice, Jeff, CDF gang. Like, it was great seeing that. You know local people, like, and then they see you or you see them. The Mystake lot, Di's Mrs. Kelly, she spotted me at one point. Di, you ran a cracking race, that's what I forgot to mention.
Yeah, Di.
3:39, he wanted sub 3:30, but to do that on that day, fair play to him, cracking run. So yeah, it was great seeing people out there. The Phoenix mob on Tower Bridge, saw them this year. Alison was there with her flag, she got on TV as well. So yeah, thanks to all the supporters as well, and everyone that saw after, before, and talked to was brilliant.
Absolutely. Was there anyone like random saying, were they like the pod, or was there just people we kind of know anyway?
Well, the two people that came up to me before, I didn't know them previously. Obviously, they listen. Matt Jacklin and some, what's the other guy's name? I can't remember. I've never met them before. One was from Aberdare, one I can't remember. But yeah, so it don't matter who it is. I appreciate everyone listening.
Yeah, absolutely. Right then, let's have a fly through some of these. At what point in the marathon did you see your first runner in fancy dress, and what were they wearing? Did you see any fancy dress at your business end?
There was ones ahead of me, but they obviously started ahead of me, and I
Yeah.
can't remember seeing anyone stand out, run past us, or me run past. So no,
Yeah.
I know I've took pictures like proper quick people. One guy had a fucking panda head on, and he was running something sub 2:30 stupid, like, which is crazy, innit?
Right.
So no, I can't remember seeing anyone around
I
us.
got
No. But there was some ahead. I know they were by looking at the times that were done and that.
yeah.
Fancy
I got
dress records and
overtaken.
stuff.
I got overtaken by Mario and Luigi late on. Never
Nice.
mind. Nick, are you completely converted to Puma?
Oh. No, I've wore the Deviates for a while anyway, since Boston. Since we went to Boston, I went to a Puma shakeout with Kofuzi, and it was not giving away, you could try on the Deviate, which is like their training. It's got a nylon plate in it, so it's sort of a fast tempo-y session shoe, and I loved it. So when I came back, I bought it, and I've used that since. So I then got another pair of the new ones, the 3 of them, for this off Puma with this project of training. Really good. Didn't have really much of a chance again because I didn't do many sessions. And I've obviously got 2 of these race shoes, so I'll be using them to race and definitely. And what I liked, I don't know, but they're Mag Max, I think, which is one Ned did the track event in, the fucking 1,000
Oh,
miles. Now, he raved about them in his talk. Maybe he will because he's sponsored, these sort of
yeah.
thing. But they look like a good cushioned everyday shoe. But I've got the Invincible, they're still pretty new.
Mm.
But they're catching up. Like say, the kit was class. The shorts, the pockets on the back, the tights, half tights, the vest, the tracksuit I got was banging, old school like tracksuit. So yeah, I've liked Puma anyway for a few years, and
He
both their
hasn't.
shoes are good. They're better.
Maybe
Yeah, but maybe, yeah. Like
more Puma coming into your armory.
yeah, which I've used anyway in my training. So yeah, but I got a race shoe now as well. Like
Yeah. Will Morris, Gareth, are you one and done? Probably not.
you've definitely not. You've already entered London Ballet.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm to London Bar. I won't go back to Manchester.
No,
I won't.
that's fair.
I won't do a marathon for the sake of doing a marathon, but I have to tick London off.
Yeah, if you could get to London, like, yeah. I mean, honestly, mate, it is different level. Like, I know say Manchester was good, but these big ones are a different level. Like, you look at what the shit show Newport was, and I will have my gripe. London was too busy. They're overselling it just to get this record, which they got again. But the London roads cannot cope with it. You're at most on a like dual carriageway, and then at times you're on a single carriageway, and there's fucking 60,000 people running. And like even the pace we were running, it was congested at points, and you had to like got barred and they tripped loads of times. There's too many people. They need to like New York has similar numbers, but New York's 8 fucking lanes wide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We need to open the motorway.
Yeah.
We need a motorway marathon. Did anyone barefoot overtake you? I was not overtaken, and I spent a lot of time looking at the floor. Nobody barefoot overtook me.
No, but someone in Crocs beat me, didn't he? World
Yeah.
record, Tommy, 2:48.
Grow up, innit?
Crocs world record, mad.
Which marathon next? And did they have bananas at the finish? I will hopefully get into London next year. You're in a hurry.
I'm in a hurry.
No bananas. I don't know what we said. Was it me and you that were speaking? And maybe do you think it might be something to do with Brexit, or might it be me and Shandy talking after it?
No, that wasn't me.
It could be something to do with that. Like, I nearly emailed all these races. Like, I'm thinking about finding out why. I need to know why they've stopped. Like,
Stopped.
is it the import costs of them, or I don't know what's going on? Like,
no, I didn't see bananas at London, but I was like literally from crossing the line to when I met Harvey back round the doorstep, I was talking to people, so I literally grabbed the one drink they gave me in my bag, and I can't remember seeing anything else, to be honest. So, but it might have been then, I might have missed it because I was too busy chatting all the way walk around.
There wasn't any in Manchester. Do you think it's because sponsorship has got so aggressive now? Because it was high five bars all the way around, right?
Yeah.
High five gels all the way around, and then bang, here's a high five bar.
Yeah.
And health and well-being has gone batshit crazy as well. As here's a coconut water, here's a health, here's a bar, here's a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
Off, like, roll it back and just give me some chocolate and give me a flapjack banana milkshake. Like, I'll be happy.
Yeah, something that's going to give you a good sugar rush and a boost after you've just run a marathon, isn't it?
Yeah, we pay you more.
Shit, usually we want it then. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You don't want healthy shit.
No, exactly. Right. Rodri Long wants to know if the 8-week plan will become a 9-week plan next time. I'm definitely going to have to add a couple more weeks onto it, Rod. Not sure how many yet. Tyler Davis hasn't got a question. Just wanted to give a mention to my shorts. Thank you very much. They're just normal 3-inch Shadid. I don't know if I've got like a short body, long body or something. I don't know. My vest was. I had to pull the vest on as far as I could to hide my love handles, like. So maybe that's what happened. Lewis, Life of Lewis, did I realise how hilly the last 8 kilometre was? Trust me, Lou, I recognised every hill on that course, mate. You probably didn't, but
hilly, man. I thought it was claimed to be flat as.
Climbs were more than. It's nothing like the Travelator at the end of Boot Park.
No.
But a lot of climbs, like.
Oh, right. Didn't realise that. I thought it was like flat as.
Did you feel the turtle's head? I did not. I had one piss of 3 miles, and I didn't need a poo and didn't need a pee. My pee has been like rest for the last 2 days. It's come round a bit now. But I was Googling, like, how long does it take to rehydrate from a marathon? It takes a while, apparently.
Yeah. No, I was fine with that. No issues.
Dan from Racked, he wants to know what my darkest mile was. I spent about 2 miles convincing myself I had sunstroke, to be honest. That was tough. That was tricky. And the hardest parts were not any section or anything like that. It was probably those 400 meters from the 400 meter to the water side and to water.
Yeah.
That was far, like.
Just like, where is it? I need to know.
And he wants to know any Brucey bonus from Puma for going sub 3, but just a free stash, right?
Just a free stash, yeah. That was it for you had to have run your PB by 3 minutes. Talking to one guy on the course fund, that just reminded me, he had done Boston, he was doing the double. We passed him, me and Darky, I don't know, must have been 17 miles coming out to Canary Wharf, so yeah, it was about that. And he had run 2:41 at Boston, and he had to sprint Boylston, and he beat his PB by 3 minutes 12 seconds. He was landed. I was like, he said I turned that corner, and I was just like, I'm giving this fucking Linford Christie fucking style, like I'm all out. He said he'd never run so quick. So I can't remember his name. So well done to him.
I'll tell you one thing now. I just realised when I stretched, I did not anticipate how much my shoulders were going to hurt.
Too tense,
was it?
Well, if it was too tense, too tight, yeah, you've got to relax, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe I need to work on my form. We celebrated in the evening very differently. Like I said, I had burger and a couple of cans of Coke. I'm pretty boring, to be honest with you, these days. Gone are the days of causing trouble in town.
Yeah.
And you were on the bus home, weren't you?
We drove in the end. But no, we ended up coming out of Whitehall, chat to a few people, caught up with Darky after he was sat on the floor for ages. They were waiting for the rest of CBF. I was just going around minesweeping all the Green King pubs. They were giving away free Peroni if you showed your medal. So I was bouncing around all them, and I went to the Puma thing for a bit. But I got there late, so most people had gone. So I had one beer. There was no food about. So we went back down there, met Scott, back down outside. He finally came out of his VIP because I told him there was a free beer in Green King for him. So he finally came out of there. I had one with Scott. Yeah, I had another couple there, and then got back to digs about 6ish, got our bags, and Harvey wanted to drive home.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, got home about 10 o'clock. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I had about 8 pints. All good. I would like to have stayed longer, but because it was class there after Whitehall is closed off. It's a street up from outside. It goes up alongside sort of the back of this by where Downing Street and out Allscards is, and it's closed off, and it was just class because the sun was on it. There's about 5 or 6 pubs. Everyone was just laying about, all your families. It was brilliant. Like it was just bouncing, buzzing atmosphere. So yeah, it was really good there.
What's next? I'm looking forward to a summer of trying to run shorter distances a bit faster.
Yeah.
So I know we've got Keeper of the Colliery and
Call.
We've both got holidays sandwiched between our, haven't we? So just get back out running in the next couple of days.
It's 2 weeks long.
And then you're away, then I'm away, and then hopefully run fast for Keeper of the Colliery and Porthcurlin.
Yeah, keeper will probably just be a nice jog round the boys again, try and get a crew together for the runs, and then Pascal's a week after. That's the only other race apart from Murray I'm actually officially entered in. So yeah, obviously I didn't know how London was going to go with the injury, and fingers crossed, week off now and then an easy week, and I can start. Yeah, then I got holidays.
Yeah.
Then I'll start training for Pascal 10K.
Lovely. And Lloyd, so I posted this questions bit with a photo of me. So I think Lloyd Freeman is talking to me, and he said, did you think I wish Freeman was here with me now? And I probably could have done with you, Freeman, for maybe a mile or two, but not 13 of you chewing my ear off, but...
That would have been fun, though.
Yeah. God, imagine doing I can't do a full block with him, but I can't take photos of him without laughing, let alone spend too much time with him. Like,
Brilliant.
oh, right. And we've got another block on here quickly. What's next? We've covered that. How was the chub rub, Ken? We've spoke about that. No chub rub for me, no chub rub for Niki.
No.
We've got what's next. Did you carb load like an athlete or like someone going through a breakup pre-race? I probably done it like someone going through a breakup because I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I was smashing donuts and pizza and garlic bread the night before, crumpets throughout the week, pasta. So I probably could have done it better. I mean, in the morning I had 2 Nutella bagels, which I don't know if it's right or wrong. Like,
No, that's not bad.
You know.
We didn't do it too bad. I done what's tried and tested for me. I start carb load on Friday. Get my beetroot juice in because I do like it anyway. Whether it helps, I don't know. It's just maybe it's a mental thing because it's worked for me in the past. Yeah. Pasta, pizza Saturday, my breakfast, rice pudding, black coffee. I stay off coffee for a week or 10 days before as well, and then have one on the race morning. I found that gives you a little boost as well. My usual thing then, my Morton drink mix hour before and 5 gels during. It's worked for me in the past, so why change it, innit?
No, true. This is happening. Aled Jenkins wants to know about the run's London Shakeout Run 2026. If I'm not in, I'm coming up anyway. We'll both be up there.
I'm going up next year to support. I've said I'm not doing it next. I did say it again. I'd say I'd be 5 and done, but this year it might have changed my mind. But I'm not doing it next year. I do want to be the other side of the fence next year. Support boys we know doing it and everyone else out there because they looked Class D, and I fancy that next year. So definitely,
be up for sorting out some kind of meetup and hopefully keep the pod growing for another year and spread our wings out to South Wales a little bit as well.
Definitely get other people from like further areas to come along. Speaking of Aled Jenkins, because I was there, I've seen in his bio he got a sneaky pin for New York Marathon.
Ooh.
So you must be doing it, Al, because you did talk to me about it.
He told me this a while ago.
Did he? He'd been in my DMs, we've been chatting back and forth about it and logistically and when and times. So he must have always. He was going to go on a family trip, so he must have obviously got in now. So well done, Al, and you look forward to that mix. That'll be a cracking trip and race.
Yeah. What a runner! What a guy! Really, I'm a big fan of Aled. Nice guy. Always in my DMs, supporting me and then giving me a jab in the ribs at the same time. Top boy.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's why we always.
I had it after Scott for Valencia for 4 months.
Where was you
Sunday, Scott? Where was you Sunday?
I tell you where he was. In the sub 4 hour group, not the sub 3 hour group.
Yeah, Mr. 301.
You know, Bailey doesn't come back running, or you'll be the 3rd fastest in the house again. For me, at what mile did I start questioning my life choices? Oh, I'm forever questioning my life choices. As soon as I start recording this podcast, I think, what the fuck am I doing? But no, I mean, I think that's what it's for, though, isn't it?
Yeah. You go through every emotion and every thought during a marathon. It's a fucking bit of everything, isn't it? Like I had a good day. I was just smiling all the way and chatting to Darky for the most of it. So I had a great day. So I had nothing of that. It wasn't a point where I thought anything bad. So I got lucky.
I was so happy that I just got, I've struggled for so long to get a kit spot on when I've always got chub rub to blame or blisters or this to blame or that to blame. I had no excuses apart from my training, nothing else, and the heat, which is easy, but that was everyone's problem. But so at least I know I can get kit bang on, and I'm looking forward to, like I said, trying to run a bit faster, try and get that 10K under 60 again this summer now, and crack on and see where we are at the end of the year, isn't it?
Yeah. No rush now for you, is it?
No.
Boxes ticked. Hopefully London comes your
Yeah.
way. If not, yeah, we'll be up to support them.
Should there be more 20-mile events?
I like it. There is a few around. You've got the Faison one over in Bristol Bathway a couple of weeks before Sandom, and there's another one somewhere as well. Can't remember where there's another one. There's a few pretty close to us, just over the border. Yeah, and I do like the 20-mile race, and I like it at the times they put them on. They obviously do it purposely for marathon season, don't they? So, yeah, it's good. It's better than going out and slogging 20 miles around here, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Right, let's wrap it up quickly. This one's for you, Nick. New dad running, maybe that was the person you bumped into.
I can't remember. Yeah, no.
He said, does it get easier the second time?
Yes. You learn so much from, like you say, from kit, nutrition, training, just the actual doing the 26, because you'll have never even done over like 18, 20. Most people don't go over that in training. So you learn so much. As long as you take all that on board and use it well and adapt and change what didn't work, put in things that did work, keep them, then yes, it does get easier. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy. It gets easier.
Right. And last question for you, Nick. Would you rather have got your marathon PB or Cardiff City stayed up?
Cardiff stayed up.
But Liverpool won the league. Won
That was a consolation.
It was an emotional weekend for you, wasn't it? Friday, Cardiff on Saturday.
We've been down for fucking months, so I've known that. It's going to be a long road back now, isn't it? Because I think a lot of players will go, not that a lot of them are any fucking good anyway, but it's been it was 2003 when I was at Cardiff Millennium Stadium when Andy Campbell scored the goal to send us up to the Championship, so it's been a long time since we've been this low. And I had a lot of Jack Bastards in my DMs, Ari and loads of them, Saturday night, because they were in my hotel. The Jack team were in my hotel Friday night.
That was a bad omen, wasn't it?
That was a bad omen, yeah.
Right, there we are. We are marathon runners. Well, you always have been. I've joined the club.
My medal's still there.
We
got a couple of... Hang on, bit of admin in it.
Oh, yeah.
The vest behind you. So tomorrow...
Yes, back. So, I will be... So, if you are... I'm going to... Right. The vests are back. I'm going to clip this up now.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in BCRL on Thursday, I'll give them to Niki tomorrow. If you're going to be down the racked run tomorrow, I'll have them with me. Everyone that lives further away, I'm going to get postage sorted by the end of the week. And everyone else I can drop it to, I'll get them dropped over the weekend. So hopefully, the majority of you will have your vests landing with you. Everyone should have their vests by the start of next week.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're down at the rack run tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, we'll be there handing them out. I'm not running.
I'm going in.
I will also be at BCRL Thursday night. Again, I'm not running, but I'll be there about doing some bits and handing out vests.
Any other admin?
No, that's just it, isn't it? That's us. Oh, Sunday is the Whitchurch Race for Victory 5K. I was going to go down, probably won't now, but good luck to everyone racing that, because that's a belt of a race. But we won't be there because we've had a busy week. And yeah, no, that's it, I think, Matt.
Well, no, before we go, once we get this week out of the way, get the vests out. Carter's football season is finished, so we can squeeze in some parkrun tourism. So we'll have a look at the map and find some places. We'll come down to Ponty. We've been promising to come down to Ponty for 18 months. And we'll try and get to some more as well. And get you all up to my stake for one as well.
Yes, definitely. That'll be good.
Happy days. Wrap it up then.
Yeah, that's it for us for the marathon. Marathon season is over for Gareth. It's over for me for a couple of months. But we will see you maybe tomorrow or Thursday, or if not, on a start line somewhere soon. Cheers.
Bye-bye.